Roethlisberger and the Pittsburgh Steelers.
Minnesota is lined up for the kickoff. Number 10, waiting to return.
Dan Bailey now to put the ball in the air, and we are underway from downtown Minneapolis.
The kickoff is down for a touchback.
AB! Here we go! You good? He coming across? Check. Motion out of the backfield.
On 1st and 10, it's Roethlisberger. Trying for Brown, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the Pro Bowler, Anthony Barr. And he's able to take this one back to the 36-yard line. Certainly not. How they envisioned ending their opening drive here in the first quarter.
Too many ones in this play. First quarter, first drive, first interception thrown.
And that last one, that hurts. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Man left. Let's go. Hey, we got 3 down. 300. Tight dog.
Now a first carry for Latavius Murray. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. It'll be a loss of 1, and that'll bring up a 2nd and 11. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11.
Lucky 50. Spurs.
Now a 2nd down run for Murray. Spinning again. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. He'll wind up losing 3. And now it's 3rd down. 3rd and long for Cousins. Steps away to his left. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. Cousins in the offense is going to stay out there. They're going to try on 4th down.
Zebra. Kill. Black. Turn it up.
From the gun, here's Cousins. Caught out left side by Robinson. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. That one good for 17 yards on 4th. Couldn't ask for much more from your offense there. 1st down.
Here we go. Ringo. Hey, check 24.
The first carry now for Dalvin Cook. Oh, spinning away. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. A great play there. A 22-yard scamper. And the Vikings have taken a first quarter lead. Extra point up and good by Bailey. And that makes the score 7-0. Bailey now to kick this one away. Short kick. It's taken to the 23. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. Out comes the Steeler offense now, ready to see what they can do here. And last time wasn't pretty. One play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. Over the middle, complete. That's Brown. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. Antonio Brown, 66 yards. And the Steelers are an extra point away from tying this thing up. Chris Boswell now for the extra point. Extra point put through by Boswell. And we are tied at 7. So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. The dangerous Hill now to return. Vikings coming back out here on offense. It's been an interesting ride for them so far this season. It's kind of like the Patriots and the Texans and the Vikings. All three started slow, and now they're ramping up. Minnesota's won 3 in a row now, Charles.
You think they had a three-way conversation and said, guys, we're better than this?
All right, let's be contenders.
Let's get it up there. Well, how about this one now? They were 1-2-1, and their head coach Mike Zimmer told all of us media members, guess what, guys? We started 2-2 last year, went 13-3, so don't go to sleep on us at all. And when they beat the Jets this week, how about this for an esoteric stat? That's their first win over the Jets in 5 road matchups. So they'd lost their previous 5 to the Jets on the road. They broke through this past weekend.
And now they're home for the Saints, home for the Lions, and then they have their open week. A first down throw for Cousins. Pressure comes, and the Steelers take him down. Bud Dupree coming hard on the blitz. He dumps him for a loss of 8.
Now, that was just absolute perfect man coverage. Nowhere for them to go with the football. Led to a sack. And that's really difficult to do in today's NFL with all these gazelles running around that you're trying to cover in the secondary.
And they went for a big play through the air on second down. Couldn't connect. Now it's third. Pretty lucky to get the football back. Had his target out there waving the arms, saying I'm open, but maybe didn't see him quick enough.
And I know the jokes are always about defensive backs' hands. What really actually happens, you don't get many opportunities. You get over anxious and you start to think about taking it away and going the other way instead of focusing and catching the ball.
On play action, Cousins. Flushed out right. And he took the contact as he was throwing it, and the ball drops incomplete.
Brandon, their last miss on third down, they actually were able to alleviate it because they picked it up with a fourth down conversion. I don't know that they'd be wise to try and do that again here. To me, you got to punt the ball away.
Oh, and what a play on special teams here. This is going to be down inside the 5, all the way down at the 2-yard line. And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. And last time, the formula was pretty simple. One play drive, long pass. That maybe they just want to do that again, right?
And that's exactly how you want to draw things up. Whether it's on your grease board, right, in your playbook, one play drive is exactly what you want on offense. What they have to be careful of is not having a letdown. It was real easy last time. They can't expect that going forward.
And we'll see if it's that easy here. Trying to find some space to operate, and now they'll have it. A gain of 12, a big first down to get away from the end zone. So still backed up, but the situation not as dire now. 1st and 10 at the 14.
Go. Hey, come on, come on,
Now Roethlisberger on first down. And incomplete there, almost picked off. That's one you maybe expect your roaming free safety to come up with, but it's 2nd down. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down.
Penetration here. Let's get some penetration. All right, let's go. Motion. Big. Hey, Mike 40, Mike 40.
From the gun, it's Roethlisberger. Throw right side, caught by Ridley. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this across the 25-yard line. That one good for 14 yards and a Steeler first.
Single. Here we go. Watch 7. Here we go, D. Hey, it's just me and you. It's just me and you. It's just me. Kings. You.
Now a whistle, and I think a penalty here for a delay. No, they're going to say timeout. They did get the timeout in time. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter.
Good job, guys. Tight end to the right, boys. Tight end to the right. Good job, guys. We got 3 down. 49, check. 8. Check 50. AB.
To throw again is Roethlisberger. Open man right side is Smith-Schuster, complete. He'll be tackled shy of the 35. Shifty footwork gets him a little extra on the play. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication, and as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. Throwing again, it's Roethlisberger. Over the middle here to Brown. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. The passing game in rhythm right now for Pittsburgh. There's another first down. From Viking territory now, they'll come up 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line.
Hey. We got 3. Show that bench release and go. 8. Check. Go. 40 seconds.
They'll run it now out of the gun.
I got it.
20. Escapes the defender, and he is out of bounds right around the 10-yard line. Almost unstoppable on the ground there, as that one is good for 39. Clock running, under 4 to play now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Double. 3 down. Double bump.
Out of the gun, it's Roethlisberger. Got his man, it's caught for a Steelers touchdown. Vance McDonald from 10 yards out, and the Steelers are able to strike for 6. And he is a reliable target. They like to get him involved. They got him involved there for the score.
And they should. He's a very good player. Remember, they can use him in certain positions, so many different spots, and he usually comes through for them.
Number 14, the deep return man.
Boswell on now to kick this one away. The return man is Hill, and not a very good return at all, as he won't even get this back to the 15. And now out comes Minnesota. They punted last time they had it. What steps, Charles, you think they have to take to make sure they don't do that again?
Well, let's just go to the football 101, the trite expression 101. Win first down. Make 5, 6, 7 yards on first down and make it a 2nd and 3, 2nd and manageable. Keep accumulating first downs that way. Keep moving the football. You don't want to get behind the sticks because then the defense has the advantage.
And a very short pickup there across the 15 to the 16. Cameron Hayward in on the tackle.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
And he's able to get the first here as he's taken down at the 25. They get 5 out of that one, and it moves the chains.
Well, partner, none of these runs individually have added up to a whole lot.
Now, 3 plays, all 3 short runs, but together a first down.
Yeah, it's amazing how the narrative changes when you string them together.
51's the mic, boys. 51.
First down, here's the run with Cook. And he'll work his way across the 30 to the 32. A solid run on first down, gain of 7, leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
It's a 9-yard gain, and it keeps the drive moving.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football. In that situation, that's almost a tendency breaker.
2 minutes to go here in the first half. More from Minneapolis after this.
51's Mike. Mike's 51.
On 1st and 10, Cousins going with a screen for Murray. And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there. A good convergence there defensively, only a yard, and it's 2nd down.
So many things have to come together just right for a screen pass to break for big yardage. The blocking, the timing of the pass to the runner, everything has to fit together just right. But on that play, the defense was able to disrupt things and hold it to a short gain.
The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down. Speaking of Adam Thielen, seems like we're praising him every week, and rightfully so. He was over 100 yards again in Week 7, Charles. 5th player in NFL history to do that in 7 consecutive games.
Yeah, how about that? One of only 2 to do so in the first 7 games of a season. Charlie Hennigan of the Houston Oilers being the other one. 9 catches, 110 yards, and a touchdown on Sunday. He gets his chance to go for the record. Week 8 at home against New Orleans. What a season Adam Thielen is having.
Now Cousins on 4th down. Escaping the pressure right. And he's able to find Diggs. And he's taken down at the 43, but not before picking up the first. They're able to keep the drive alive, 7 yards that time, and the decision to go for it proves to be a good one.
Ringo.
On 1st down, Murray. And he'll be brought down at about the 42. Bud Dupree, a former first-round pick, in on the stop. The Vikings in the hurry-up. They're hustling up to the line. A handoff. It's Murray. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. And now we won't see a play on 1st down. We're going to get a timeout instead. As it comes with 22 seconds to go here in half number 1. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
Yellow. Hey, Mike 51, Mike 51. Zebra. Watch a slant, watch a slant. 300.
Cousins on 1st down.
Hey, switch gears. Shift.
Just keeping the play alive. Now that'll be tipped and intercepted. Picked off at the 16. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. Final play of the first half, barring a penalty, as they come up on 1st and 10.
Wide. Get wide.
It's Connor as they stay on the ground. And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. Time for a break. We've hit halftime. 2 quarters down. 2 still remain. We step aside. This is the NFL on EA Sports.
Will kick this one off. Number 14, back to return.
Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. And he'll be out of bounds here just past the 20-yard line. Out come the Vikings. They'll have it first on offense as we begin the third. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the second half, and we've got the football. Let's go ahead and punch it in, and then we'll take it from there.
See how that recipe works.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line.
Brandon, we're into the second half, and this offense has not scored a lot of points, and that was another example of why. I think it's time to open things up and start really trying to move the ball.
Eluding the pressure right. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. A big gain of 39 on third. So the big play moves him all the way across midfield to the 40 now for 1st and 10. Handoff comes to Cook. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
Partner, I think from our experience together, we have learned that most offensive coordinators are going to tell you if I'm going to run the football on first down, I've got to get at least 4 yards. They got 5 here. They've got to feel pretty good about that one.
They keep it on the ground, but this time it's Murray. And he'll get a little over 2, maybe a full 3 down to the 32-yard line.
You know that old expression, it's not my night? It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play.
Yellow. Under 10. Left 50. Rhino. To Hurt. 180.
First down. Here's Cousins. Dancing to his left. His throw caught at about the 5. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. Stephon Diggs, 25 yards for the touchdown. And the Vikings are an extra point away from tying this thing up. Bailey got the extra point, and we are tied at 14.
Minnesota will be kicking off. Number 10, waiting to return.
So we're right back where we started, all even as the kick's away. Time for the Steelers offense now to get set for their first possession of half number 2. First half showed us some pretty good offense. Tie game, we'll see what the second half brings.
And it'll be interesting because I think both sides feel pretty good about what their offenses are doing. Gotta wonder what adjustments are being made defensively to try and get a spark and maybe slow down the other side.
But here, do you change up anything on this opening drive?
Not offensively, you don't. You've got everything going your way. You've probably prepared for maybe some change-ups you might expect, but overall, you like what your game plan's showing you.
They start with a give to Connor. Mackenzie Alexander in on the tackle. He makes a wonderful play there off the corner, protecting his side of the field.
Oh, that reminds me of the great defenses of old, doesn't it? The Pittsburgh Steelers steel curtain. They would not let you get on the field if you could only do one thing. You had to be a complete guy, and you had to be able to tackle.
Now, I know I've said this before, but you know I wasn't alive when the steel curtain was playing. I know them, but I just want to let you know I wasn't alive.
I'm going to keep peppering that in there, and one of these days you're going to think that you were.
It's a 4-yard pickup, and just like that, it's third down.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
Now they'll try to convert on 3rd and 6 after the 4-yard completion.
Black 5. We got it. Eight.
Now it's Roethlisberger. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. It'll be a gain of 17 at a Pittsburgh first.
We can talk all we want about football being a game of strength and brawn. It's also a game of mismatches, and they're trying to create one there, getting it to their back out of the backfield to make a bigger play.
As we often say, get it to him in space, let him use his leg.
Yeah, if he can get a matchup against a linebacker or maybe a defensive end dropping out in a zone blitz, he's going to win that battle just about every time.
2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down.
Early down stuff's to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority one.
And we return, welcoming you back to Minneapolis. All even as we get ready to start the 4th.
Once again for the EA Sports Game Day Giveaway. Congratulations to the person saying
4 down.
row 11, seat 11. You have
Tight end right.
4
4 down.
Please stop by the souvenirs out on the lower level at the conclusion of the game.
Baby.
And don't forget to buy your ticket.
Over. Run, squirrel.
On second down, Roethlisberger. And his throw's going to be incomplete. Coverage there by the safety, Harrison Smith.
It's always tough for the guys throwing the football when they think they've got a completion and the ball's almost there, and then someone sneaks a hand or two in and bats it away.
Hey, guys, check me out. We got
On third down, Roethlisberger finding his safety valve here. That's complete. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. The passing game in rhythm right now for Pittsburgh. There's another first down. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
tight ends left. Hey, we got 3 down. Check.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And an alley to run. There he goes left side. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. A great effort there. 39 yards. And the Steelers are going to take the lead. Boswell for the extra point.
Good job. Touchdown.
Boswell good with the extra point, and the lead is now 21-14.
The Steelers is lined up for the kickoff. Number 14, back deep to return.
Boswell on now to kick this one away. This will be taken short. And he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. And now out comes Minnesota. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really looked clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
Again, it's Murray. And he'll slip his way up across the 30 to the 32. Give him 3 on the run there. Now they're looking at a 3rd and about 5.
Well, so many times we look at a short run and we praise the offense for trying to set the tempo and establish things, but the defensive guys, hey, they just won the battle there. It wasn't a big run given up. They don't always have to absorb the body.
And the Steeler pressure too much here. He's going down. Bud Dupree in there to get him for his 2nd sack of the night. He was trying to keep his eyes downfield. Nobody came open.
He's trying to do everything that he had been taught, right? Every bit of the technique. But if no one's open, there is no technique except make sure you hold on to the ball as you go to the ground when you're getting sacked.
Hey, we're good. Rhino! Black. Under crunch. Black.
Desperation time. Cousins on 4th down. Wide open receiver complete. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. The conversion is successful with a sizable gain of 13, and the decision to go for it looks like a smart one. The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10.
51's the mic, boys. 51. Here we go, G.
They pitch it out to Murray. And some space here. And he'll muscle his way up to the 43 for a pickup of right around 5.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down. A very solid gain on that play.
Yellow.
Now a 2nd down throw for Cousins. Flush to his right. He's got it complete to Diggs, right side. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. Time for a break. We'll come back, see what transpires after this. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Right here, guys. Fight 51. Mike 51. We're going. Let's go.
They run again with Murray. He's seen a ton of action tonight. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. Joe Hayden there to bring him down. The Vikings in the hurry up. They're hustling up to the line.
51 Spurs. 51's the mic.
He's back to throw. It's complete to Diggs. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. It's a pickup of 16 there, and it'll lead to a new set of downs.
This defense needs a big play in the worst way because so far, they're not putting up much of a fight. If they don't get a stop here soon, this game could be over for them.
Cousins now, 5 straight completions here in this 2nd half. 1st and 10. A give. This is Cook. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. Yeah, give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6. Clock's under a minute. Still plenty of time, partner. They have all 3 timeouts.
That means they have plenty of options in their play calling and where they target on the field. They can throw it downfield, maybe even in the middle, and use their timeouts.
It's a 6-yard run. Leaves him with about a foot or so here still to go to hit the marker with 3rd down coming up.
Move. Mike 51.
They'll run it. Here's Cook. And he will have the 1st down before he's brought down at the 3. The gain of 5 that time gives him the conversion and makes it 1st and goal.
I'm a little surprised right here. They've got 3 timeouts.
And he is across and in for the score. And now they can tie the game in the final stages with an extra point.
Or they can go for 2 and go for the win.
And now the decision is to go for 2. A gutsy call, and this, in effect, is your ball game right here.
36. Rhino. Mike 51, Mike 51. Tackles. Kill.
Now whistles and a timeout signaled here by the offense, and that's their first of this second half. And now a critical extra point attempt here. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. And now a critical extra point attempt here. Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good, and we may very well be headed to overtime.
And the Vikings will kick this one off.
So here comes the kickoff now, all even here in this fourth quarter. And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. They have a little bit of time here to get into field goal range. Not much. A tie game, you don't want to do anything crazy, right?
I agree with you on that one. Risk reward, okay? If you go for it, what is the absolute reward on this? But the risk is probably greater. Run the clock out, get to overtime, and try and win it there.
All right, we'll see if they do just that.
Quarter.
Now problems right out of the gate. We're going to get a delay. He didn't seem in a rush. I guess they just didn't know where the play clock was.
I think you're right about that because there was no hurried movements there, right? No up-tempo at all. Clock just ran out. I think he was as surprised as maybe his bench was.
The delay of game backs him up 5, 1st and 15.
Tight end right. Alert. 8. Double bump. Mike, 55. Check, 55, Mike. Hey! Let's pick it up. It's our time, guys.
Now it's Roethlisberger. Going top shelf for Smith-Schuster.
Staying open.
And lucky to get away with one there. That one nearly picked. Second down. These are the spots, this stage of the game, where it pays to have speed on the perimeter, doesn't it?
It certainly does. And in the second quarter, he may very well run by him. But in this situation, I know as a defender, I'm loosening up a couple of extra steps that allowed him to run with him stride for stride.
Here's Roethlisberger. On the left side, it's McDonald. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. It'll be a gain of 17 and a Pittsburgh first. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he takes this up right near the 45-yard line.
Number 30 on the carry.
It's a little teaching moment here. Overtime rules. Remind us how this goes, partner.
Okay, so in the past, we had sudden death. First team to score wins, but no longer. Now, if the team receives the ball, scores a touchdown, they win the game. If they kick a field goal, though, or don't score, the other team gets a possession. And after both teams get a possession, then we're into sudden death. First team to score wins the game.
And now out come the Steelers, set for their first drive here in overtime. And this is where the crowd can really become a factor.
They've had to battle it all day, but I know what you're saying. In overtime, that gets doubled, doesn't it? At least, because now the crowd really wants to be involved and help their team. And that first drive can dictate the whole thing because they know if this team takes it downfield and scores a touchdown, it's game over.
It's been loud in here so far. Open man completes it to Smith-Schuster. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. That play going for 16 yards to start the drive. First down. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he takes it past the 45 and down at the 46. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it 2nd down.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down. A very solid gain on that play.
66. Focus, focus. Snickers, 66. Kings.
They stay on the ground. Here's Connor again. And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46. It's an 8-yard pickup and leads to a new set of downs. They go with the ground game, pick up the first, now in plus territory.
And that changes the whole mentality of a play caller, doesn't it? Once they cross the 50, they feel like they're in the strike zone, all right? You don't have to be in the red zone to take those big shots downfield or go after the end zone. Right now, that might be available to them.
And now this first drive in OT continues. Throwing now, Roethlisberger on first down. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's McDonald. The passing game in rhythm right now for Pittsburgh. There's another first down.
One of the advantages of zone defense, as I remember it, is being able to see the play develop in front of you. One of the disadvantages, when they find those levels where they can hit you with it. Sometimes behind the corner and in front of the safety, it makes it tough to defend.
Check 4. Show that bench release and go. Joker.
On first down, it's Roethlisberger. Oh, and it's intercepted. Picked off by George Iloka. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. A costly mistake here in OT.
And you know what they say when you throw an interception like that in overtime? You don't usually get a chance to throw a second one. I mean, I'm not sure the analytics on it. Let's ask Marvin, our statistician, to ring that down for us. That's typically how coaches and teams feel about it. You throw one, you likely cost yourself the game.
And he almost gets this to the 30, taken down about a yard shy. First play of the drive going for 14 and also going for a first down.
Whenever we meet with coaches and they always talk about wanting to establish running the football, it's oftentimes with a good tight end who can control the line of scrimmage and the point of attack, and they're becoming harder to find because the colleges are giving us a whole lot of receiving tight ends, former wide receivers who can run, not necessarily block very well. In this case, though, we saw 2 tight ends on the field, both of them with the ability to block, and he ran the ball successfully behind that power set.
That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be 2nd down.
Anytime you call an inside running play, you just know there should be a lot of congestion there. You're counting on your offensive line to take control of the line of scrimmage. That didn't happen in this case, and that play got bottled up.
Let's go. Liz 50. Pacer.
What can Cousins do in the OT? Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. He got 18 yards out of that one, and it gets him a new set of downs. And just in general, Charles, on a play like that, how tough is it for the defense to account for a running back essentially being a receiver downfield?
It's very difficult, especially if the running back has skills like a receiver, and you're aware of that before the game even begins. So throughout your practice sessions, you're going to want to be aware of him. Where is he lining up? What can he do? What kind of damage can he do to us downfield? And who can match up with him without weakening our overall defense? You're exactly right. It's a tough task to match up to him.
They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. They showed off a nice juke of the defender before the next wave could bring him down. A good first down call as the screen play gets them 9. Back-to-back completions, and that puts them in enemy territory.
And we're always looking for that elusive term momentum, aren't we? And I think they're building it with the back-to-back completions. Now they feel like they can either take a shot or continue to build it the way that they're doing now. Safe throws, get it to their playmakers, and see what happens.
That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves them with a very manageable 2nd and 1. A 10th carry in the game for Cook. And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. And they'll lose a yard that time, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down. 3rd down, Dalvin Cook. Call it no gain there, and it leads to a 4th down.
Perfectly designed blitz right there. They took that one from the grease board to the field because they were able to free up their linebacker to get into the backfield and spill the play.
A big call here in overtime. They're going for it on 4th down. From the shotgun, it's Cousins. And Robinson with a big catch. A gigantic call there in overtime, but it pays off with a 1st down. How about that, partner? Not only a 4th down conversion in a tie game, a 4th down conversion in overtime in a tie game.
And so many factors go into making that call, and a lot of it is a head coach feeling the rhythm and understanding his team. Sometimes you think, okay, we better get this done right now. We might not have enough left if we let this game extend. Let's go get it, end it, and get a victory.
Now a give. This is Murray. And he's got about 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 25. And I know you, with every carry, especially in overtime, you're just saying, if you're that ball carrier, hold on to the football.
Hold on to it, protect it, but not necessarily settling, because you're trying to get to the end zone. You're trying to end the game right here. And I know the defensive guys poking, clawing, raking, trying to knock the ball free and protect their end zone.
Yeah, like you alluded to, especially this part of the field. Back to the ground. This time Cook trying to bounce it outside, but he's only able to get it back to the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, so they're left with a 3rd down and 6. On 3rd down, that's Cook. No gain on the play there, and it'll bring up 4th down.
When you're trying to create space for your running back, the first thought is, how physical is the offensive line? Sometimes it's just positioning. On that play, it didn't matter about positioning or being physical. The defensive front, they out-leveraged them and won the battle.
So now one of the biggest kicks of the night is forthcoming. Right hash mark of 42-yard attempt. And he got it. The kick is good. In overtime, he's able to split the uprights.